Today's read aloud is The Kid from Diamond Street. The extraordinary story of baseball legend Edith Houghton by Audrey Vernick. Edith Houghton used to say, "I guess I was born with a baseball in my hand, and if you'd seen little Edith playing in the 1920s, you'd probably have believed it. She was magic on the field." Born into a Philadelphia family in 1912, Edith was the youngest of 10 kids. Nearly as soon as she could walk, Edith was playing ball with her big brothers and neighbors. It didn't matter that there was no such thing as Little League, or that most girls didn't play baseball. If there was a sandlot game anywhere near her house on Diamond Street, you could bet she was right in the middle of it. It says baby Edith, Edith at age 3, Edith at age 6, Edith at age 9. When she wasn't playing baseball, she was watching. From her parents' second-floor bedroom window, Edith stared out at the park across the street where men played long summer night games until the dim, buzzy glow, under the dim, buzzy glow of portable lights. Edith was 10 years old when she heard about the Philadelphia Bobbies, an all-female baseball team that was looking for new players. She grabbed her glove and rushed to Fairmount Park, where the Bobbies were holding tryouts. The team was made up of older teenagers and women in their 20s, but the manager allowed Edith to try out, even though she was still in elementary school. Edith was so good she made the team. Edith was so good she was named starting shortstop. Edith was so good she was playing professional baseball at the age of 10. She had to get her hair cut, as the team was named for the bobbed hairstyle all its players sported. Edith was happy to do it, and happier still to get her first real uniform. But Bobby's uniforms were made for older players, larger players, not little kids like Edith. Her cap kept falling off until she safety pinned it to a smaller size. Her pants fell down until she notched new holes in the belt, and her 2 long sleeves kept getting in the way until she rolled them up. She may have been the smallest one out on the field, but there was nothing puny about her skills. Newspaper reporters wrote about the incredible plays at bat and in the field of the girl they called the Kid. Because they were the only female team around, the Bobbies played against men's teams all over Philadelphia, throughout Pennsylvania, and as far south as Virginia. Edith's parents came to home games whenever they could. When my father went along, he would always be talking about how great his daughter was and all. I'd be saying, "Pop, would you be quiet?" But her daddy kept boasting. He clipped newspaper articles and kept a scrapbook too. And it wasn't only her dad who was impressed. Fans lined up to attend their games. Tickets and snacks were sold. People cheered. "I guess we were an attraction," Edith said. Being a women's team, the attention never mattered to her. The Kid just wanted to play. In 1925, when Edith was 13, the team had an opportunity to set forth on a great adventure. They were invited to play against male teams, mostly college level, in Japan. The people of Japan loved baseball, and promoters were certain thousands of fans would turn out to cheer for the all-female team. Japan was halfway around the world. No one Edith knew had been to Japan. Most people she knew hadn't stepped foot outside of Pennsylvania. My parents had to go to school and explain to them about this, Edith said. The principal and teachers agreed that I'd get more out of that trip than being in that class, and it's true. So the kids set out on a long train journey across the country with the rest of the Bobbies. Edith was traveling without her parents, but Bobby's manager, Mary O'Gara, always kept an eye out for her, making sure older players were on their best behavior around Edith and the other teenage girls. They barnstormed through North Dakota, Montana, and Washington, playing 8 exhibition games against men's teams along the way. I didn't care who I was playing, Edith said, as long as we were playing. Alright, we are going to pick up with this story tomorrow. My question for you is, do you think this is a fiction or non-fiction text?